Hi everyone, thanks for clicking on the video. I truly do appreciate it. I've got a few updates for you in this episode. I did get in compost and cultivate the garden, and a little bit of an update on I am on my own again. My wife is on another trip, so stay tuned for more. Thanks again. Tuesday, September 2nd. I'm about to cultivate the garden. Might be the earliest I've ever done it. Normally I do it, mid to late September, depending on the weather, but we've got pretty much everything cleared out. I want to get on it while everything's dry enough. We do have some rain in the forecast. But before I start, I want to point out a couple things. You can see some of these darker patches. This is all compost from the compost pile. You can see some eggshells, some avocado skins, but clearly this is compost from our compost box over there. Really nice stuff. I wish we had more of it, but onto the compost. I kind of keep two separate bins. This one, which isn't very nice to look at, is basically everything from the past year. You might think that doesn't look like very much, but I bet you I had to fill this bin 10 times to get that much compost, and it's still reducing. But the point is, it really breaks down. It takes a lot of compost to end up with a finished product. And then this is just one we're starting already for next year. This box won't get emptied until next fall. Hey everyone, time to fire up the cultivator. If you recall from last spring, I kind of did a stupid thing. I was trying to get it going with the on-off switch set to off. So we'll see if I have better luck this time, and less pulls to get it started. And just so you know that I didn't rehearse this or already warm it up, I'll touch the muffler before I do any pulling. Well, it's done, or as done as it's going to be for the autumn 2025. I still got to come out here and maybe cut in a better edge to keep the grass from creeping in. I do that a couple times a year. Unfortunately, I did have to cultivate around those zucchinis, even though my wife left on a trip for 3 weeks. She insisted that I leave the zucchinis until they're completely done. I don't eat zucchinis, so I'm not sure what I'll do with them, but looks good for now. I did have that, if you guys watched my video in the spring where I kind of complained about the cultivator with that Briggs & Stratton engine having that surge where it kind of surges. I still have that issue. It's not really an issue. Clearly the cultivator still works. It does its job. It's just a little bit irritating that it's got that surge. Now on to cleaning up. and was able to cut in my nice edge to keep the grass from creeping into the garden. And right before my wife left on her trip, she was able to get all of the next generation of strawberries planted. That's typically what you do if you can, is plant them in late August, early September for the next year. So this is in addition to the box that we already have that's closer to the greenhouse. It'll be the first year for these plants, so they won't produce a whole lot, but we should certainly end up with a lot more strawberries than we did this year. Hi everyone, Monday, September 1st. Gorgeous morning. It's supposed to get up to like 70 in Fahrenheit or a little warmer. It's around 20, 21 in Celsius. It's supposed to be that way all week. Busy day for me, or a lot going on, I should say. One, it's Labor Day back in the USA, so I am still considered a US employee, so I've got the day off of work. Here in Lithuania, obviously it's not Labor Day, but it isn't just another day. It just happens to also be the first day of school. So a lot going on around the schools. Parents get all dressed up, bring their kids to meet the teacher, give the teacher some flowers or some type of gift. So I wouldn't want to go near the city today. It's going to be chaos. But lastly, and more importantly, I'm on my own again. My wife left for a trip today. Well, not today, actually late last night. She'll be gone about 3 weeks, so it's just me and Pippa again. First, she's going to Prague in the Czech Republic. Her niece from America is going to university in Prague for studies, and we'll be there for several years. So my wife's going to help get her settled in. And then from there, my wife and her niece and her niece's mom are going to Spain to hike the Camino de Santiago. If you guys don't know what that is, you can Google it, but it's kind of a pilgrimage. It's kind of a big deal here in Europe. It's not just in Spain. The Camino actually goes through Portugal, France. There's even a Camino here in Lithuania, but they all lead to this cathedral in Spain called de Santiago. My wife's been there several times already, but there's some parts of the Camino that she hasn't walked yet, so good luck to her. Hopefully she doesn't get any blisters or twisted ankles. They've also had some forest fires or wildfires in Spain, so I don't know how that's going to impact her, but again, I'm on my own again for about 3 weeks, so I'll keep you posted. Friday, August 5th, about 8 in the morning. Absolutely gorgeous day. Barely a wisp of a cloud in the sky. It's been warm all week. Warmer than it should be and warmer than I like. Yesterday was 25 in Celsius. Today there's talking 26, maybe 27, and that's pushing 80 degrees in Fahrenheit, so pretty warm. In fact, I got to get back as soon as I can and start to cut some grass before it gets too hot, but no complaints. We'll take it. We certainly can't call this Indian summer, or what they say here in Lithuania, Babu Vasara. You know, that needs to come later if we actually get it, but unseasonably warm. Been a busy day already. Pippa, our little Yorkie, decided to chase a fox through all the long wet grass, so it took me 15-20 minutes to dry her off and pick all the cockleburs off of her, but everything going well. I did pick another kilo or 2.2 pounds of high bush blueberries, which puts us at around 21 kilograms for the year. That's pushing 50 pounds, if not 50 pounds. I'll give you a final tally when we're all done, because there's still plenty of berries on the bushes waiting to ripen up, but we are hitting the tail end of high bush blueberries. Great year for that though. More to come. One other quick comment about our dog Pippa chasing that fox this morning. She's got a lot of courage. As long as something is running away from her, she'll chase anything as long as it's running away. But if it's running towards her, that courage disappears pretty quick. So that's a good thing. Hopefully that'll keep her safe. She's not a complete idiot, but sometimes I wish she wouldn't chase some of the things she chases. And I did want to talk a little bit more about the warm days that I've been talking about lately, and throughout this summer. Actually, overall this summer we didn't have that much heat. I'd say we had maybe 7 to 10 days where it was 80 in Fahrenheit or warmer. That's 26, 27 in Celsius. Quite a few more days that were in the 70s in Fahrenheit. That's kind of tolerable. But where I'm going with this is we don't have air conditioning in our house, and honestly most Lithuanians do not have air conditioning in their house or apartment. It's manageable. It's not a big deal for me. We certainly do use fans. We've looked into possibly getting air conditioning because in past years we have had quite a bit of heat. But for now it's manageable. I figured that'd be interesting to Americans. For my Lithuanian viewers, it's kind of the opposite in the US, if you didn't know. Most people have air conditioning, whether it's a window unit or central air conditioning. So complete opposites, but I think they need it a little bit more in the US than we do here in Lithuania.